the Bestiary update. The Bestiary update is a update that a lot of people wanted for a long time, and here it is. It just got released on the main server, and it makes it so Bestiary is now completable. Now today, since I am a person which is like a money connoisseur, I like calculating things. So today we are going to be calculating how much money you can make from grinding Bestiary inside of Crimson Isle, because of course Crimson Isle is one of the most profitable islands, and I won't be including lava fishing because I'm only going to be including mobs that are already spawned onto the island. So yeah, I already claimed my XP, and just to let you guys know, I also put all my Bestiary level stuff onto my G-Drag, so that leveled it up like 20 levels or something. So yeah, it's pretty worth it if you want to make some extra cash. Now if we look at Ash Fang, you need to kill 1000 Ash Fang. If we look at the materials here, if we don't include the price of the spell powder and we just look for the lumino fiber, this is gonna be about, you can craft about 100 times that by lowest bin, so that's 16.8 million. So just Ash Fang itself would make about 1.7 billion coins, and that's not even including god rolls, which can go for double the price. But if we don't include god rolls, it makes a decent bit. Barbarian Duke. If you kill 1000 of these guys, you'd be able to craft 28 Gauntlet of Contagion, which, as you can see, the craft cost for this stuff is super cheap, and then this is about 14 million. So if we do about 14 million, make that 13.7 million, and this is not including god roll, times that by 28, because that's how many you'd be able to craft, and that'd be about that's a decent amount. That's about 400 mil. For Blade Soul, bro, I don't even know why the heck the Ragnarok axe is like this expensive, but like I'll just calculate with these prices, but prices go down, it's not going to be the same. Usually they're around 500k. So according to the information I see here, if we had 1000 divided by 20, you'd be able to make 50 times 1.7 million, that's 85 million. For Mage Outlaw, we're going to be skipping this one because all the materials that you get from Mage Outlaw you're going to use to make the Fire Veil wands for Ash Fang, and that's pretty much what you want to use it for. So in terms of Magma cubes, you'd be making around 30 million from this one. You'd be making about 400 million in legendary Magma cubes, which is pretty insane, but the boss takes about 5 minutes to kill, so that kind of makes sense. And then if we look at the Fire Fury staff, you're going to drop about 5 of these, so that's about 25 million. Then if we look at this, it requires 20 rekindled amber fragments and compact ooze, so you can craft about 50, and if you do 50 times 5.5 million, that is 275 million. So the Magma boss would make about, okay, so that's 30 million, 400 million, a little over 700 million coins. So yeah, the boss takes a long time to kill though, but it still makes decent money. Macho and Millennia Age Blazes, I'm not going to count because this doesn't really make money. Actually, this one does drop the Smoldering enchant, so let's see here. So you need to kill 4000, and assuming that your magic find increases this by 2, assuming you have, actually no, it should be 3, because times this by 3, assuming you're killing blazes with 200 magic find, then multiply it by 1.6, assuming that you actually have the looting for enchant on your item, which gives it a 0.1, so that should be a 1 in 1000 chance, which should mean you should drop about 4 of them from the Millennia, which is pretty much 20 million. So yeah, Foxy Poo, I'm making a video. No, they don't. So for the Magma cubes, you're probably going to be killing the ones in front of the lobby where I'm at. This, you're going to have to kill 10,000. So if you kill 10,000 and then you oh yeah, I forgot to also include looting. So if it's a 0.2 chance, multiply that by 1.6 because of looting, it gives you a 32% chance. So do 10,000 divided by 100, that's 100. 100 times 332, that is 3,200 magma chunk. And I know that some people are gonna yell at me in the comments that you can make more money than turning these into magma necklaces than searing stones, but I'm gonna turn them into searing stones for the sake of this calculation, because I did made a calculator on magma necklaces, but I'm not gonna be showing the calculator, and I'm not gonna manually calculate it on recording. since it would take forever. So yeah, so you do this many divided by 50, which is 64 craft. You look at this crafting recipe, it's about 100,000 to craft. So times this by 1.27 million, and you're making about 80 million from Magma cube. Same thing goes with the mushroom bowls. You'd get about this many. Divide this by 128, which is how many pets you can craft, which is 25. Do 25. Actually, how much are mushrooms right now? Okay, so they're still a decent price. So it costs about 1.2 million, about 2 million to craft. So assume that 1/3 is legendary. So this is how many legendaries you get. Times that by 8.6 million. You got 7.1 million minus 2 million times 8.23. You'd be making about 54 million from just legendary. So if you do 16.66, which is how many epics you'd get, they go for around 5 million. So times that by 3 mil profit per, that's about 50 mil in itself as well. So it's about 100 mil in total. For pigmen, you're gonna have to kill magma cube riders, and it's basically just the buffed up version of these magma cubes. It gives same thing, magma chunks, but just 5% extra chance. With looting, you should have about a 0.4 chance of getting it, so that's a 40% chance, and that means 4,000. So if we do 4,000 divided by 50, you can make 80 searing stones, and then times that by what we had earlier, you'd be making about 100 million from magma cube riders. Wither specters doesn't really make money. Wither skeletons do make money. Assuming that you have a 32% chance, you gotta kill 10,000, so that's another 3,200. Divide this by 64, you get about 50 craft for ancient cloak. It's about 6 million minus 3 million for the recipe stuff. That means 3 million profit per. Times this by, so it's about 150 million. Vanquishers, you're gonna want to keep your nether stars for Kudras. I can't calculate Kudras because I don't even have the bestiary for it, since I didn't do Kudras yet ever since the bestiary update. And then for smoldering blazes, same thing as a while ago. So you need to kill 25,000. So earlier we calculated around 20 million coins profit from smoldering. Divide this by 4. That means 5. So 5 million per 1,000 kills, which should grant you about 125 million. And then if you add all of these up, it should, I'll show it on screen. So that's like an estimated amount. You're probably going to make more, since there's god rolls from Gotten of Contagions and fire veils that definitely buff up how much you make. And yeah, that's how much money you can make from bestiary on Crimson Isles. There's also flares. I forgot to calculate those. Wait a minute. So assuming there's an 8% chance of dropping this due to looting, you need to kill 100,000 of them. Divide that by 100. So that's 1,000. That's 8,000 drop. You want to craft these glistening shards. So if I look here, 33k times 8. So you're making about 100,000 profit per 10. So each one of these is about 10k. And if you do 10,000 times 8,000 of them, you'd be making about 80 million from the glazing. And you can also wear Golden Dragon, which is of course going to increase your profits by a heck ton, because flares give you lots of XP, and all the other mobs in Crimson Isles also give XP. And just before you start grinding bestiary in Crimson Isle, you might want to put looting 5 on your weapon of choice, and for me it's Hyperion. And basically looting 5 will make it so you have a little bit of extra chance of dropping specific items, and since you're doing this on a grand scale, it's pretty much going to pay itself. And while using Golden Dragon, you're going to be making like hundreds of extra millions from just getting the combat levels. So yeah, just a fair warning though, if you're using Hyperion, it might break a lot, which makes it so it doesn't count towards your bestiary and it does not give you XP levels. So you want to make sure that, actually there's 2 ways to counteract this. Either you lobby swap, so whenever it does break, whenever you lobby swap, it resets it, or you go in Vault add-ons, then you type in Hyperion, and this should show whenever your Hyperion break, and whenever it does break, you want to kill something with a different weapon, and it's gonna basically reset it. So that's all I have to say about how to grind bestiary in Crimson Isles and how much it makes. It makes a frick ton, so yeah, make some money, and see you guys next time. See ya.